In the remainder of my talk, I'm going to ask you to listen for a few points. One is that literacy learning is never ending. The second is that specialized literacy learning is like entering new cultures. And the third is that literacy learning requires an apprenticeship. Now, there's a common assumption that young children learn to read in elementary school. And then, as they grow up, they read to learn in secondary schools. Nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, all people are always learning to read and reading to learn. And especially when we're entering new contexts, we're learning to read. It's almost like entering a new culture. There's no way that learning to read with this text is going to prepare someone to read to learn from this text. Now, don't panic. I'm not going to ask you to read this text. Even a quick glance can tell you that there are many unfamiliar words and ways of using words in this text. It is like entering a new culture. So here's the thing about entering a new culture. It takes time to learn the language and the rules of the culture. It really helps to have a cultural insider who can show you the way, who can help you navigate the language and the rules. It really, really helps to do the things that people in the culture do. So that's what we need to do for our young people. They need to be engaged in the practices of the disciplines. They need to participate in reading and writing disciplinary texts if we're going to expect them to learn to read and write those texts. They need teachers who are disciplinary insiders, who not only know how to engage them in meaningful disciplinary inquiry, but also know how to teach them to read and write those texts, because they are novices in the culture. And finally, they need time to be able to do that work. They need an apprenticeship.